Welcome all of you to BYD and Sol-Ark joint webinar today. And BYD is the world's leading battery manufacturer, and Sol-Ark is also US market leading inverter brand. And today, together with Sol-Ark, we are happy to give you the first show of premium packages with Sol-Ark hybrid inverter and BYD new battery solutions. And today's webinar gonna cover 4 parts. And I'm Angel, sales manager for BYD US market. And I'm the host for today's webinar. I will also introduce first 3 parts for you about BYD, BYD battery box, and also service tool. At the same time, we are having Cindy and Gary from BYD sales and also technical team staying online to support all of your questions. And from Sol-Ark side, we are also happy to invite Andy Gostin, Sol-Ark Latin American Director, and Dylan Robb, Manager of Sol-Ark US East region. Happy to have all of you here. Welcome all of your questions, and you can send your questions to the chatting box, and the team from Sol-Ark and BYD will support your question online shortly. At first, I will give you a brief introduction about BYD, including BYD Group and also BYD Battery. And BYD stands for Build Your Dreams, can also bring you dollars. In 2022, BYD has become a Fortune Global 500 company. We are leveraging our expertise in foam industries, auto, electronics, renewable energy, and road transit. In auto business, we are the world's leading new energy vehicle manufacturer, and also we are the world's first and only company mastering the core technology of the whole new energy vehicle supply chain, including battery, motor, electronic control, and also semiconductors. And in the March of this year, we have announced that we stopped producing the gasoline car. So all of BYD's production car now is all new energy vehicle. And also, at the end of August of this year, we have manufactured and delivered more than 2.4 million new energy vehicles to the global market. So you can find BYD's new energy vehicle, including commercial vehicle and also passenger vehicle, in more than 70 countries and 400 cities globally. And in electronic business, we provide OEM and ODM service for some world's leading companies, such as Google, Apple, LG, and Samsung. And in renewable energy, we started our business in 1995 with nickel-based battery. To today, our products cover solar panels, energy storage product, including residential, commercial, and also utility application, from the energy harvesting to energy utilizing and also energy storage. And today's product, BYD Battery Box, is the residential energy storage product in this business. And also, regarding the road transit business, we integrated our technology, including battery and motor, and also other technologies to develop Skyrail and Sky Shuttle to solve the air pollution and traffic conjunction problem, to building our green dreams. And in the last year, our group revenue has reached 33.5 billion US dollars. It's a year-on-year increase about 55%. And we can see very good growth from BYD established to today. And also during this time, we get different recognitions from global organizations. In 2013, we are awarded by United Nations, Powering the Future We Want. And in 2019 and 2022, we are awarded by Fortune magazine, Change the World company, and the Global 500 company. And in 2021, we are also listed in 10 100 most influential companies list. And here, I also want to mention that Warren Buffett is one of the BYD's longtime investor since 2008. Until today, Warren Buffett still acquires about 20% of BYD stake. And we can see rapidly growth in BYD Group. And in the first half of this year, BYD delivered more than 640 new energy vehicles to global market. And this sales number has surpassed Tesla. And among all of the BYD's business, battery is one of the most important technology. And to fulfill the rapid and surging needs driven by the electric vehicle market and also energy storage market. And we have purchased and acquired our own mineral resources. And we are also building more and more factories to expand the production capacity. Till the end of this year, our yearly production capacity will reach 250 gigawatt hour. And here, I want to show you a video of BYD's ultra-safe blade battery production line. And this battery is BYD's patented high technology. And here, let me show you. As you can see, our factory is highly automated. And this is BYD's patented high technology blade battery. This blade battery design highly improved the space utilization, and also it's a ultra-safe battery. And this blade battery has also been utilized in our electric vehicles and also our newly released energy storage product. I will give you more details later. And regarding energy storage product, maybe you have the question that, what's the difference between BYD and some other manufacturers in the market? And here, I want to explain it from two aspects. At first, BYD has end-to-end industrial chain layout of battery. And we say during the pandemic time, many manufacturers in the market face the big shortage of the raw materials and also the electronic components. And at the same time, they are also facing the surging price. But for BYD, we have the end-to-end industrial chain layout, from the mineral resources development to the material research manufacture to process development to the cell, BMS, module, and pack, R&D, and manufacture. So we have the controllability of the whole supply chain of battery. So we can ensure the stable supply and controllable price. And second aspect is we have the system in-house R&D and test. We also see there are some players in the market as system integrators, which means they buy cell and module from supply A, and they buy BMS from B supplier, and they have the C supplier to do the system integration, assembling, and test. But for BYD, we have the whole process, material, cell, BMS, system, all in-house R&D and manufacture. And after fully test and verification, we delivered the product to the market. So we can ensure the maximum guaranteed safety and concise design. Okay. Now, let me show you the BYD's energy storage product, BYD battery box. And in this part, I will show you our newly launched product, Always Slim. And before the new product, let's have a quick review of BYD battery box evolution. And in 2015, we released our first generation product, Battery Box Pro, in Germany. And we listened to the feedback for the market, and then we improved the product. Then in 2017, we released our second generation product, Battery Box HV, with BYD patented modular and plug-in and play design. It's easy to install and very convenient for customer to expand the capacity. And in 2020, we released our third generation product, Battery Box Premium series, including high voltage battery and also low voltage battery. And at the end of last year, we have delivered more than 1 gigawatt-hour battery box product to the global market. In European market, we have the top 1 market share, and in Australian market, we are number 2 market player. And in the African market and American market, we are seeing very good growth in the future. And also, we see this rapid growth from the figures. This is from the Bloomberg, and this shows the US residential energy storage market size will double from 2022 to 2025. And also, we listen to the market demand. Our customer need energy storage system for backup power, self-consumption, and also time of use to save their electricity bill. So here we are. In 2019, we released our first UL variant product, HVL, for American market. It's a high voltage battery. And in this year, in September, we released our second generation product, LV Slim, for American market. And this LV Slim is the first blade battery applied product in BYD battery box family. And regarding blade battery, I will give you more details later. And at first, let's have a quick look of LV Slim's datasheet. One LV Slim have 5 kilowatt-hour capacity, and the peak output current will reach 105 ampere in 10 seconds. It's a low voltage battery, and it can be used from 10 Celsius below zero to 50 Celsius above zero. And we insist on using LFP, lithium iron phosphate chemistry, in all of the battery box products. So LV Slim is also LFP chemistry, which is cobalt and nickel free. It has a protection rating IP65, and the round trip efficiency will up to 95%. Regarding the scalability, maximum 64 LV Slim can be connected in parallel to achieve the maximum capacity up to 320 kilowatt-hour. LV Slim will also be certified with UL 1973 and UL 9450A. And LV Slim also covers very wide applications, including on-grid plus backup, and also off-grid. And this is how LV Slim looks like. In the left side, there is connection area. In the right side, there is on-off button. And I also show you a 20 kilowatt-hour system of LV Slim, and which includes 4 modules connected in parallel. And this system supports both wall-mounted and ground-mounted. And the LV Slim can also be scalable from 5 kilowatt-hour to maximum 320 kilowatt-hour in one system. And here it also have an external component, BMU, battery management unit, for the whole system. And the function of BMU is battery intelligent management and also closed-loop communication with inverter. And one BMU can manage maximum 64 modules in parallel. So it can help customer to save the cost. So no matter you need 1 LV Slim or 5 LV Slim or 15 or 50 LV Slim, you only need 1 BMU for the whole system. And it can do the closed loop communication with inverter. And regarding inverter, and we want to say Sol-Ark is very famous and popular inverter brand in US market for its premium quality and also its service and technology. And for BYD, our strategy is always going with the marketing leading inverter brand to provide the premium packages for our customers. So here we are. And here I want to show you 2 examples of BYD and Sol-Ark packages. And this is a residential case, including 4 LV Slim modules with Sol-Ark 12K inverter. This is a very typical US residential case. And here, this is a small commercial case, including several LV Slim modules and a 15K Sol-Ark inverter. And one system can have maximum 64 modules connected in parallel. And this is a minimum configuration list of the BYD LV Slim and Sol-Ark inverter. And you can check this configuration list and to design your own system according to your needs. And our package can cover very widely application. And you can, according your preference, to design your own system. And here, I also want to show you the real product of the whole package. Okay, follow my step. I will show you the whole package. This is the whole package of the Sol-Ark inverter and the BYD battery box LV Slim. This is inverter and this is battery. And this system has 4 LV Slim modules connected in parallel to achieve a 20 kilowatt-hour capacity. And the right side, here is the connection area to pass the power line and also the communication line with the inverter. And in this side, there is an on-off button. And let me show you more details. This is the right side of LV Slim. And when you open this cover, you can see this is the area to do the cable connection. And you can open this cover to do the installation of the cable. And here, this is the BMU for the whole system. And you only need 1 BMU to manage maximum 64 LV Slim connected in parallel. And it can do the closed loop communication with inverter. And also it can do the intelligent management of the whole battery system. This is the split battery. BYD patented high technology. And this split battery is also applied in this LV Slim. And we will also show this split battery and also LV Slim in our SPI exhibition in September. So welcome you to visit our SPI booth. Okay, let's go back to our webinar. As I just showed you, you can see the bleed battery is very slim, right? And so we named our product, which is applying bleed battery, named the LV Slim, because it applied the slim bleed battery. Okay, maybe you can't wait to know. So when will the LV Slim and the whole package available for the market? And here I show you the whole time schedule. And in current stage, we are doing the compatibility testing both in our lab and also in Sol-Ark lab. And after the whole compatibility testing, we will have our battery and also the whole package to do the certification with UL and also some other certification. So in February in next year, LV Slim can be massively delivered to the market. At that time, you will see LV Slim. And here, I also want to introduce the brilliant features of LV Slim. And maybe you also want to know So how BYD design and define an energy storage product? And here is the answer. And we have 4 brilliant features of LV Steam: high safety, high flexibility, high usability, and high reliability. At first, high safety. We always take safety as the first priority to design an energy storage system, especially for residential use. So we insist on using LFP, lithium iron phosphate chemistry, in all of our battery box products. As you can see the figures, LFP battery has the highest temperature range of decomposition than NCM and NCA battery. And we also see in the market, there are some battery recalling, and they are using NCM and NCA battery. But we insist on using LFP battery because LFP performs the highest safety behavior, and which is also cobalt and nickel free. And regarding the high safety, based on the LFP chemistry, we also use the BYD patented high technology blade battery. And the blade battery has passed the Mr. Ever's new penetration test to achieve the high levels of energy density and safety at the same time. And here, I also want to show you a video of this blade battery. As you can see, different chemistry, battery, based the new penetration test. What will happen? This is NCM. As you can see, NCM lithium battery, when the new penetrate it will have smoke and then get fired. Let's move to the blade battery. What will happen? Let's wait. But nothing happened. Yes, there is no smoke and also no fire. And also, this blade battery has been applied in more than 600,000 BYD electric vehicles. So this blade battery is also an auto-grade battery, and it's BYD patented high technology. And not only from the cell status, we also ensure the safety in whole system stage. And we have 4-level safety BMS and dual-code BMS, which can maximize safety and to minimize unexpected incidents. So we ensure the high safety both from the cell and the whole system. And second brilliant features is high flexibility. The LV Slim can be scalable from 5 kWh to maximum 320 kWh. It covers very wide range of sizes, so you can size your own system according to your needs and preference. And our battery also support the capacity expansion at any time in the whole lifespan. So it's flexible in the capacity. And regarding the brilliant features, we also have high usability. We always ensure the usable energy for our customers, which means we say we have 5 kWh usable energy, which means our customer buy 5 kWh energy battery and they can use 5 kWh battery. But we also see in the market, there are some manufacturers, they always say the nominal energy to the customer. So they say, you buy a 5 kWh nominal energy battery, but actually you can only use 4.5 usable energy. So this is a difference. And also we have the peak 105 ampere of the battery, and it supports high-powered emergency. And LV Slim can also be operating in very wide temperature range. It has 10 Celsius below zero to 50 Celsius above zero charging temperature, and the 20 Celsius below zero to 50 Celsius above zero discharging temperature. And also, it can be operating both indoors and outdoors. We have IP65 protection rating. And so, due to our brilliant features, we can be used in very wide application and scenarios, covering off-grid, on-grid self-consumption plus backup, and also with more and more electric vehicles. And you can also take Slim as one part of your charging infrastructure. And the last brilliant feature is high reliability. And we released our first generation product in 2015. And after 7 years, we have accumulated more than 250,000 installation experience. And this is the figures at the end of the April in this year. And this number is still growing. And our product has been delivered in 90 plus countries. And also we got very good feedback and recognitions from the market. And this is the feedback and reported by Wood Mackenzie. BYD leads the European residential market. We are the top 1 battery vendors in European residential energy storage product, followed by Sonnen, Sonic, LG, and E3DC. And also from EUPD Research 2022, we are the top 1 market share in Germany market. And also we got many awards from different institutions. In 2017, we got the top 1 innovation award from PV Magazine. It's a European organization. In 2018, our product is a champion of battery efficiency test. And from 2018 to 2022, our product got 5 consecutive years top rank in the System Performance Index by HTW Berlin in Germany. And this test is held by Germany University, and they pick more than 20 packages from the market, including the inverter and also the battery. And our battery always show the highest performance in 5 consecutive years with different market leading inverter brand. And from 2018 to 2021, we got 4 years consecutively EUPD Research top 1 energy storage brand. And not only we provide a very premium product design and the quality to our customer, and also we provide premium service tool. And here, let me show you, this is B-Connect. It has app version, PC version, and also remote version for different people like end users, installers, and also the remote technical support. The function of B-Connect is real-time data reading, history event reading, one-click service, and like the end users or the installers, they can download this app and to check the real-time SOC voltage, temperature, charging and discharging status of their battery. It's very easy. And to the history event rating, and the customer can also use this app to find what happened in their battery in the past few months. And when there is a need to do the quick troubleshooting, this function is very useful. And for the one-click service, some customers want to have remote support and service, and then they can use this app to do the one-click history data upload. And then the remote technical engineer can see the data from their computers. So it's easy and convenient for the engineers to do the remote diagnose and analysis. And also you can use the app to do the firmware update. So the installers don't need to travel for a long way to do the firmware update or do the troubleshooting. This app can help a lot. And also, we also provide the PC version of BConnect. The function is similar. And this is our website. You can download the datasheet, manuals, compatible list, and also many more documents like certification, warranty, and others in our website. And we also provide different languages version. And these are our social media. And you can follow us and stay close with us. We can post our latest news and webinars, activities, and also our latest showcase in our social media. And you are also highly welcomed to share your premium and nice showcase with us. And we are very happy to post it and attract more customers for you. And last but not least, you are highly welcome to visit our booth at SPI. We will show our BYD patented high technology bleed battery, and also our newly released product, LV Slim, and also our high voltage product and also commercial product. And our booth number is 3748. Okay, and welcome to our booth to see our product, and our colleague will show you around and give you a more detailed introduction. Okay, this is the end of BYD's part. And now let's pass the microphone to the Sol-Ark part and to say what brilliant features Sol-Ark inverter have. Okay.
Thank you so much, Cindy. And Angel, excellent presentation. We're really excited to be here. Thank you, everybody, for being with us. And we really appreciate BYD for inviting us. We're super excited to be partnering with BYD. As they said in their presentation, they're a world-class company. They have best-in-class technology, and at Sol-Ark, we intend to play ball with nothing short of the best. And so what we're going to do today is keep our presentation pretty brief. Today's invitation from BYD, we wanted to allow BYD to present their newest products. But for those who don't know much about us, we're just going to do today a pretty high-level overview. We often get many questions about where we are. We're located in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. So that's the area. It's actually specifically Plano. And this is a picture of our building. And so a little bit about us. So Sol-Ark has been around almost a decade now with just 3 engineers and 2 contract engineers. We're a veteran-owned company. And this is something really important to highlight. We're owned by veterans. We live to support veteran causes. And some of the non-veteran partners of the company are defense engineers or have a background in power engineering. So we have a focus on security. We have a focus on protection, primarily using sustainable sources of energy. So we originally designed a pretty small inverter. It was actually a 3K. It's not even on this timeline, but we quickly got requests to go bigger and more powerful. So in 2017, we released or started working on our 8K and released it shortly thereafter. And we quickly ramped up the power, releasing a 12K in 2019 and a 15K just earlier this year. And we have a surprise release to tell you about at the end of this that is much, much more powerful. And we're super excited to be working with BYD because their batteries will be both compatible on the low voltage and the high voltage with some of our new products that you'll see at SPI. So real quickly, our facility that you saw the outside of, we have 20,000 square meters, so that's about 210,000 square feet. And we will be expanding to another 20,000 square meters really shortly in 2023. We're growing extremely fast. When I started at Sol-Ark in 2019, we were just a handful of people with just a healthy amount of revenue, and now we are well past the 9-figure amount, and we have quite a large team now, and we're accelerating extremely fast. How do we do this? We simplify SKU count for distributors. So it's an all-in-one box. everything that you need to install the solar plus storage system with respect to the inverter is already in the box. And Dylan will shortly talk more about the design of the system. We package and QC all of the product here at our headquarters. And we're actually conducting this webinar from our headquarters today. You can see some images of just a couple of the fine young men who are working on our production line. They are just a tiny sample in these photos of a large facility where we do quite a bit of like I said before, QC, QA, software testing, et cetera, to make sure that the quality of the product is, the best we can make it. We know we're not perfect, but we try to be as perfect as we can, and we will talk a little bit more shortly about what that means. We are selling our products now all over the United States and Canada, as well as internationally. My role in the company is I help the board on many corporate initiatives, which the most recent is we've opened a Latin America division. We opened that 6 months ago, and I'm spearheading that, and we're extremely excited to be working now internationally as well as in the US. Right in the middle of the screen, you can see our van. Everybody who will be attending Solar Power International, come check out our training van. We not only train in-house, which is the photo on the left, where you can send installers or contractors, home builders, distributors. Everybody's invited to get trained up here at our facility. But we also have the van, which is essentially a fully functioning off-grid unit that has full loads. And we love driving it around, and we have plans for many of these to not only drive around the US and Canada, but also maybe take them internationally. So one thing that we place a tremendous amount of importance on and emphasis is we do design best-in-class hardware and software, but most importantly, when you're dealing with critical backup, you're dealing with off-grid, the level of support has to be top-notch. So we work with you on pre-design. We will help you size systems. So if you're thinking about, okay, we love BYD's battery, we want to work with Sol-Ark inverter, how do we design and size a system? And we will work with you on that. We have a 7-day-a-week engineering support team. They are live and they will always be here for you. It's not 24 hours, but it is 7 days a week. You can always give us a call or send us an email, and we will be sure to get with you, whether it's pre-system install or post-system install. Sol-Ark is a choice of various integrators. And what we mean by integrators is that they take our Sol-Ark inverter product and put it inside their product. So in a sense, it's a widget within a widget. Beam is a public company that designs off-grid EV charging stations. And when they chose to incorporate the Sol-Ark inverter, just to say their stock price did pretty well. And then Savant Power. Savant Power is it's a home automation group, and they chose to work with Sol-Ark exclusively to solve their energy management component of an overall home automation ecosystem. Another example of working with the US government, because we're a very protection-minded group, is we were chosen by the US government and the Navajo Nation to roll out some off-grid systems for several hundred homes. And we were extremely honored to be chosen early on in our history for this, above quite a few incumbent competitors. One key feature about our system that is a little bit different is that we put all of our systems through HALT testing. And I'm not going to go into the details about what HALT is. Feel free to just Google that on your own time. But suffice it to say, we know of very few competitors, if any, that actually take the time to test using HALT standards, whether it's during the design phase or the production phase. And so this is a little bit of a sneak peek inside the 15K. So I'm going to let Dylan talk more shortly, but in the top left, you can see we have our breaker here for the battery. You put the BYD battery on the bottom left here. In the middle, you would just put your solar. This is where the Mppts are. The communications portal just above that. On the top right, you have your grid, your breaker there. It's just a 200 amp, so you don't have to. It's full pass through. So what that means is that you don't need a separate ATS. You don't need a separate critical loads panel, which saves a tremendous amount of time on install and saves you a lot of headache when having to design a critical loads panel, because with the 15K, that's no longer necessary. We have the gen breaker and the load breaker and the grid breaker. And then on the right side, that's just a rendering of what the color screen looks like. We also have a web monitoring platform called PowerView, and you can use that both using your computer as well as any mobile device. Some key features that differentiate us and why some customers go with Sol-Ark. Number one is we have a 5 millisecond transfer time. That is faster than it takes for any electronics to glitch in a grid down scenario. So we work with many banks, hotels, government, clinics, or other medical organizations, assisted living, IT, because those types of companies or organizations have devices that are absolutely mission critical. And they cannot afford even a glitch. They cannot afford to lose power at any moment. The disruption would be potentially catastrophic for them. We also have large homes or homeowners that have shared with us that they would like the creature comfort of not having to reset 32 alarm clocks and their oven clock or their microwave oven clock. And so with a 5 millisecond transfer time, you can achieve that. By comparison, with some of our competitors, they take much longer to transfer. So that is something to take into consideration when designing a whole home backup system. It's what doesn't happen, rather, not that what happens. Meaning that when you have a family over, you have, or maybe you have 60 people at your house during Christmas time and it's a winter storm, and the power goes out, actually you wouldn't even notice that anything happened. We also designed the system to pack a tremendous amount of power in a very little space. So in areas where you have not a lot of space to do an install, you don't want to take up an entire wall of a garage or the outside of the home or the business. You can deliver a tremendous amount of power, a lot with just one 15K. You can do up to 30 kilowatts a surge peak and deliver 15 kilowatts AC continuous when it's connected to the grid. And it would actually do 12 kilowatts when grid down. So in comparison with some of our competitors, we understand that sometimes price is a consideration, sometimes there are other factors, but when you have to put multiple inverters together, lots of cabling, potential for glitches, we believe that we're a compelling value in the market. Just one example of going big. This is a 3-phase install in progress in Belize right now. So 12208 3-phase setup with 12 of our 15Ks. It's 148 kilowatts of PV that's DC coupled and 50 kilowatts of PV that's AC coupled, which highlights another feature that the inverter can be DC coupled and AC coupled at the same time. So it gives you a tremendous amount of flexibility during the design phase. And if you choose to add more solar later, you can do so. In this photo, there's, I think, about 240 kilowatt hours of lithium storage, and it also is coupled with diesel generators. So that's another feature that Sol-Ark has, is that it will work with just about any generator out there, as long as it's a 2-wire start and 240 volt or 208 volt compatible. So I'm going to hand it off to Dylan Rupp. Dylan will speak a little bit more about our roadmap. I'm going to actually stop sharing my screen. Dylan has the same deck, and we will continue on. Suffice it to say, we have big plans, guys. We're going big, and we're going to be covering basically every single segment of the market, and we will be featuring a lot of new exciting products at SPI, and we really look forward to seeing you on our booth. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and let Dylan Rupp take it from here. Thanks, Dylan.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andy. Okay. So yeah, thank you, Andy, and similarly would like to thank BYD for the opportunity to be here and have the opportunity to chat with all of you today. So as Andy mentioned, this is our forward-looking roadmap. So we're very excited to be bringing a number of new products to the market that will all have the same Sol-Ark tried and true reliability, technological capability, and customer support. But what we really have our sights set on is partnering with phenomenal organizations like BYD and offering solutions across all the different segments that you might have that deal with not only hybrid inverters, solar and storage, but also getting into grid-tied systems, some of the accessory components that will be featured with our hybrid inverters, and even getting into some of the more forward-looking technology that is in the market, such as bidirectional chargers. So I'm going to put a plug in now. I'm going to put a plug in later. Certainly we'll invite any and all attendees today to come visit us at RE Plus in Anaheim later this month, where you can see demos and representations of a number of the different products that are shown on this roadmap, and really quiz our team on some of the different capabilities and some of the different solutions that we do have coming. And I think you all will come away not only very impressed with where we're heading as an organization, but with some really nice solutions to some different projects that you might already be working on today, or have customers that you know have a need that you're not quite able to meet with what's available on the market today. So as Andy mentioned in his previous slides, when we set out to build our hybrid inverters, we really had a few goals in mind, but one of the main goals that we had was helping to facilitate easy and straightforward installations for our partners out in the field. And one of the ways that we did about that was by designing a true all-in-one solution. Our inverter is designed such that by adding solar panels and a battery solution, you've built out an entire energy storage, solar-based energy storage system with just a few different pieces of equipment. So we'll get into specs a little bit more in depth in just a moment. Certainly, we'll do my best not to bore you guys reciting specifications of our inverter models, but just high level wanted to touch on, as Andy mentioned, we have the ability to both AC or DC couple solar into the system. And if you are DC coupling, we've included multiple high voltage Mppts per inverter. And this slide is actually a little bit dated. Most of our inverter models, hybrid inverter models today have 2 Mppts, but some of our newer higher powered inverter models have 3 Mppts. So really giving you guys quite a bit of flexibility there to have a number of different string and array orientations when you're installing solar with our system. We do use a transformerless inverter technology, which is going to allow you to really increase the efficiency of these projects, but then gives you a lot of flexibility such that you can install with a split phase application, you can install in a 3-phase application, you can even install in a single phase application. So as Andy mentioned, we're operating in a number of different markets today. And the beautiful thing for you guys as installers is you can feel confident that no matter what the electrical system that you're tying into is rated at, you'll be able to grab a Sol-Ark hybrid inverter and be able to operate on that grid type. Our charge controller is optimized for a number of different battery solutions. We're actually battery agnostic, but we really prefer to see our installers use our partner batteries that we have communications with. And we have a listing of all those different battery partners on our website, but we really like to push towards high quality, high reliability battery solutions like you guys saw today with the BYD Slim package. All of our inverters are rated to be installed on the utility, and we have all the necessary certifications to enable that. And what we've done is essentially integrated the transfer switch that's required with most of our competitor systems into that single solution. So you're not having to integrate a number of different components together to build out that grid tied system. And then finally, like Andy mentioned, the generator integration is something that we've been doing very well for a very long time. A lot of our competitors finally have figured out how to do the generator integration, but we really have been operating with that functionality for a considerable amount of time, do it very well. And as Andy mentioned, we offer maximum flexibility by allowing just about any 240 or 208 volt generator to be integrated with our inverter system. So as promised, some different specifications of our inverters, but like I said, certainly we'll aim not to bore you guys too much with reciting these specifications. But as it is today, we offer 4 different hybrid inverters for sale in the North American market. We have our lower power, lower cost solution with our 5K single phase inverter. We have inverters that are intended for partial home backup, or maybe powering something like a small off-grid cabin with our Sol-Ark 8K and 12K solutions. And then we've really gone and tackled that whole home backup with our Sol-Ark 15K solution. So all the different specifications are listed here. Certainly all of the spec sheets are available on our website, readily available, and we're more than happy to send links to where you can go and find those spec sheets. But just a few things that I do like to go ahead and highlight on this slide. All of these systems are designed such that they're able to power some set of loads, whether you're on grid or off grid. And what's really important when you're moving to that off-grid application is the ability to surge to provide additional power for large loads that have surge current requirements. All of our systems are designed to be able to do just that, with our 15K being powerful enough to start things like a 5-ton AC, large pumps. So you really can feel confident whether you're on grid or off grid, you'll have the power available to power those loads. All of these systems are outdoor rated, so you can install inside or outside, and they all come with a non-prorated warranty. So if your inverter fails, we'll talk about the 10-year warranty. If your inverter fails at 9 years and 11 months, you will get a new system as long as that was a manufacturing defect. There is no prorating of that warranty. So that should give you significant confidence that we feel very, very comfortable with the performance of these systems to last well beyond that warranty period, with an expected life of somewhere around 15 to 20 years with all of these systems. You can stack multiple of these inverters depending on the model to really ramp up for high power applications. The one model where we do not offer that capability is our Sol-Ark 8K. That is a single unit only solution, but certainly our 5K, 12K, and 15K all can be stacked to meet those very high power applications. And again, I would just invite you guys to look at the spec sheets of these products, reach out to our engineering support team. Should you have any questions, we are more than happy to answer as many questions as you have on these systems, and even help discuss how you can integrate them into the designs that you might be working on to make sure that you have a robust and reliable solution using our product. So as mentioned, a key goal of ours is to simplify that install. And a couple slides ago, I talked about that integrated transfer switch that we have in all of our inverters, but I really want to highlight our Sol-Ark 15K with this slide. That inverter comes with a 200 amp integrated grid connection. And what that enables you to do is really, really parse down on the amount of equipment external to the Sol-Ark that's required to go ahead and facilitate whole home backup using this inverter. So most homes here in North America have a 200 amp service and a main panel with a 200 amp breaker. By having that 200 amp bypass, what we've facilitated is install your solar, install your battery. Now you have capability to power your home both on and off grid. And then on the AC side, you can go directly from your utility meter you need to go through an AC disconnect. That's both code and because our inverter is not service entry rated, but you need to go through a fused AC disconnect, land that directly on the grid side of our inverter, and then we can power out of our load output, which is the circuit that we can provide backup power on, take that circuit directly to the main lugs of the home service panel. So there's no more need for a critical load subpanel. There's no more stress on the homeowner to have to decide at the time of installation what loads they want to power or not be able to power in the event of an outage. They can feel comfortable knowing their whole home is available to them, whether they're on grid or off grid. And like I said, that Sol-Ark 15K is going to have plenty of power to go ahead and start even the largest inductive loads that they might have in the home. So really a powerful design with this Sol-Ark 15K, and something that our customers and installers alike have been loving due to the versatility and amount of power it provides, as well as the ease of installation when they're out in the field having to put one of these things in. Pretty common question that we get is around the e-stop and rapid shutdown. So just really quickly want to touch on, we do come rapid shutdown capable, but you do need to use our inverter with a third-party solution to go ahead and facilitate that. And we have a number of different partners in this space that do make rapid shutdown solutions that can be used with our system, but do want to highlight, and you may have noticed it on our roadmap, we are currently working on our own rapid shutdown and optimization solution that will really bring the entire package in-house to Sol-Ark. So whether you're calling about the inverter or the rapid shutdown, you'll be able to call a Sol-Ark tech support individual and get the help that you need. And then again, just to really hammer the theme that I've been touching on here, this is another representation of how easy it is to build out these systems using a Sol-Ark hybrid inverter. So this is just a comparison of bill of materials that you would need to go ahead and put together in order to facilitate a home backup system. We call this a partial home backup because we are featuring the 12K and just single inverters with some of our competitors, but to facilitate partial home backup with some of the different technologies in this space. And what should jump out at you immediately is the limited number of line items that you're going to see on the Sol-Ark, under the Sol-Ark brand, as compared to some of the competing technologies in this space. So again, just really working to make the installation easy on you guys, make the ordering process easy on you guys by really limiting the bill of materials and the number of components that need to be integrated together to go ahead and achieve that level of backup that your customer desires. And then finally, as promised, a plug for RE Plus coming up at the end of September here. So we will be in booth 3638. We very much ask that you come and visit us, ask us questions, see where we can help you, and check out some of the new products that we have. So certainly talked a little bit about the inverters we have available today, but we will be for the first time featuring our new 3-phase solutions kind of geared towards larger commercial applications in both our 30K inverter and our 60K 3-phase inverter. So very excited to bring those to the market. Very excited to meet all the different installers and customers interested in our product. And I very much hope that we see you there and have the pleasure to meet each and every one of you.
Thanks a lot, Dylan. And just by the way, I put in the chat for everybody our hotline. You can call us anytime. Your installers can call us anytime. And even homeowners can call us anytime. US country code 1-972-575-8875, or email us at support@sol-ark.com. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Any
you very much.
questions, just please put them in the chat.
Yes. Thank you, Andy and Dylan. And we can see you provide a very excellent product and a premium service and technology to our customers. Here, let me show you. I see some questions from the chatting box. Want to see the cable connection here. And here is the connection area for the LV slim in the right side. And this is for the power line connection. And you can do communication line connection here. Okay, any question here? We are happy to answer your questions. And Cindy also post our contact email in the chatting box. Feel free to check. And you can send email to us also.
And I just want to say, real shout out to BYD again, because it's probably 3 in the morning there, and they made such the effort to present today for all of us, getting up in the middle of the night in Shenzhen. So great job, guys. You know, that's not easy.
It's valuable. And also we have colleague on the way to the SPI exhibition, and you are also highly welcome to see us and our product in SPI exhibition. They will also show you around our product and our technology. And I'm very happy to go with Sol-Ark, very premium technology and product, and also good service. And thanks for the very nice presentation from Sol-Ark team. So you can go to our SPI booth to have a face-to-face communication with my colleagues. Thank you. Thank you all. Appreciate your time and participating here. Thank you. See you next time. Have a good rest day. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you very much. Bye, everybody. See you in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sol.